Hi here, Finns here. I am back for another video, and today I'm going to do another review of Strictly Come Dancing 2025. First week was on Saturday. We're preparing for week 2. 15 couples performed. Everything happened. A new series. It's good to have it back. Times we need it at the moment. So yes, every week I will try every week to do a review of Strictly Come Dancing, and of course that includes YouTube star George Clark. But anyway, we'll talk about all 15 couples very briefly. We've got a lot to get through, very limited time, so let's get through them. Let's start off with Chris and Nadia. They opened the series off with a samba. It was a fun way to open the show, I guess. Get a challenging one out of the way first. It's quite nice to see Nadia feel a bit more confident every year now, and she's really, coming out of her shell even more. Because I remember when she first started as a pro, quite shy, and now she's, getting more confident. She's waving those sparkly boots around. I thought it was nice. I don't think this was the best samba in the world, but it was a fun way to open the show. I got a Viennese waltz next week, so hopefully Chris will be better in ballroom. Next up, we have got Alex and Johannes, and they did a Viennese waltz to Cry Me a River, which was quite a clever nod to her character River Song in Doctor Who. So yeah, I think these two are really great together. I was so happy they're both paired together. I really am, and I really liked it. I can agree with the judges that it could have done more and hold, but I think the storytelling was really good, and I see potential for these two. Next up, it's Harry and Karen with their cha-cha-cha. I thought Harry was a little bit nervous, and he went wrong a little bit. Maybe that could have been quite early draw for him, going on early. And sometimes with the celebrities in the earlier weeks can be a bit daunting and get a bit nervous. He did an impressive trick with Karen, and that was nice. But what I will say, though, he does seem like a really nice bloke, Harry, and he seemed like a really nice guy, and I do want to, hopefully, he will get better and will get confident as well. And I'm very happy Karen has got potential this year. She can go far. She might get further than week 5 this year. Hopefully. I really do hope so. Next up was Stefan and Diane with their foxtrots, and I have to say I was pleasantly surprised with Stefan. Actually, he's don't it make you feel good? He's got a bit of musicality to him. So yes, be interesting to see their cha-cha next week with Diane's pregnant bump. See how fast can they go with pregnant Diane. So yeah, looking forward to them. I'm glad they've partnered up the two Aussies together on the show. And next up is Ellie and Vito with their cha-cha-cha. I like the start of it. I like it when she had that coat on with that, and she was doing a signature move, and it looked like she had no arms. I like Ellie. I think she's just a ball of energy, and she's like the one that's like having so much fun, and that's nice to see. And I'm glad she's with Vito. I mean, she's kind of got forgotten about Nikita, clearly, after launch show. But no, I think these two really work together, and I think the judges were fair, saying there's room for improvement in that. So yeah, and she took it quite well, which was nice to see. And then it was Lewis and Katya with their jive. And oh my gosh, Katya just like thrown the whole kitchen sink at this performance. Really, less is more sometimes. And I agree with Shirley on that. It did feel quite a bit hectic watching it. Don't get me wrong, it was a very good jive, but I felt like there were just too much tricks in that, and it could have got an 8. I think it was almost close to getting an 8, but I think that's why the judges just only gave it as high. Yet again, very, very good. Unlike Ross and Yavito with their cha-cha-cha. Oh, yeah, Ross and Yvita's Cha Cha Cha. I don't think Ross. I think the Cha 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 wasn't Ross's dance. It was just a bit flat footed. And then they had to put a big furry coat on him, that made it harder. I think the highlight of the dance was seeing the judges' faces throughout, just Moxie going, yikes. And to get a combined score of 10, that's very low. That's really, really low. But luckily, he has got Borum and a Phoenix Waltz next week, so in week 2. So at least that might be easier for him, maybe. And then we go to the lovely George Clark and Alexis with their American Smooth. And this was actually quite beautiful to watch, actually. Very nice staged as well. And choreographed as well. Those lifts were very impressive, I've got to say, that George pulled off. I was really impressed, actually. I was really happy. I was really hoping it would be good. And, you know, he has potential, George. You know, his fan base is going to get behind him with the online votes. I see good things with these two. I really, really do. So, yeah, I mean, I think they have potential to go far for sure. Then we had a cha-cha-cha from Vicky and Kai. I think Vicky was very, very Geordie, wasn't she, on Saturday? But they're a good pairing. I see also potential from them. Maybe not the best cha-cha in the world about technique, about the legs, but anyway, I think they will go far. I feel good things from Vicky. I think she can go far, and I think, yeah. And then we had Jimmy and Lauren with a quick step, which also a bit like Stefan. Pleasantly surprised, wasn't expecting it to be that good. It sometimes proves the elder gentlemen of the competition can do well, and the tempo was a bit up fast, you know, dun, 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 dun. So it was a quite quick tempo, and he managed to keep up with it, which was good. Like these two, they work well together. I'm thinking good things. I'm thinking good things. Right, I've changed locations, as you can see. Let's continue off with Blavinda and Julian Samba. I thought out of all the couples, this was a little bit underrated in my opinion. I thought it deserved more than 4s, but then, you know, I'm not a professional dancer from 1982. But no, I can see why. Maybe Samba was a bit challenging for Lavinda, but I thought she gave it a good go. Again, I think this was a challenging dance to get out of the way first. I do see the potential of these two, and hopefully Charleston will be more for her dance. Then we had Lavoie and Aliash's American Smooth. And yeah, this was good. There was a technical problem with the prop. It was supposed to go down that pony prop, but Lavoie really improvised there, which was good. Yeah, I think, you know, Lavoie's quite funny as well. The comment about Tess's outfit. But no, I think actually good dancing, these two. I think I would like to think people are warming to the drag queen a bit more with Lavoie. So yeah, I think if the dancing's good, then they should definitely stay in. Then we had a paso doble from Thomas and Amy. Oh, giving George Sargent a run for his money, that's for sure. Yeah, Thomas had a lot to, you know, work on, to win people over. Yeah, it was very stompy, and, you know, had no rhythm. It was just not the best paso doble in the world, basically. And hearing he's got a salsa to Dizzy Rascal next week is like, oh, this will go one way or the other. People will love it or people find it cringeworthy. Next, let's talk about Amber and Nikita's waltz. And oh, we feel sorry for Danny that she had to pull that out last minute. She must have been heartbroken. She really was. I mean, she didn't turn up on Saturday night to be in the part of the audience, so she was heartbroken. She was not a happy bunny about it, understandably. And I do hope she comes back next year. I really see great potential out of her. I really hope they bring her back, and I think they will do. She'll get the Jamie Lang treatment of coming back. I don't know if she'll dance with Nikita next year. Who knows? It's up in the air. But Amber, though, give her the easiest dance at last minute is understand. I thought Amber and Nikita's waltz was very nice. It really was. I think it was a good decision to give Amber probably one of the more easier dances of week one to do with a nice, simple, easy waltz. And I think looking back on it, I think it was the right decision to sign up Amber Davis in a way, because she is a West End star. I know she has dance experience, even though ballroom and Latin are a very different discipline than ballroom and Latin. And I know she's done dancing and eyes. There is a bit of controversy. I'm less concerned about like the West End training, that and that. My issue is probably more that she was a contestant on Dancing on Ice just last year ago. But it is a last minute decision, and she wasn't part of the original 15 that was part of the original lineup. It is a last minute booking, and also it wouldn't be fair on, like, say, a CBBC star or a Radio 1 DJ to be in this position, because you really very limited time, like 24, 48, very limited hours had to come up with something at the last minute. So I think looking back on it, it was probably best that it was someone like Amber Davis, who has some sort of training background that could come into action at this point. And she did very well. I do predict she's going to be in a lot of dance-offs, because the backlash of previous dance experience, we've seen it every year. But I think she will go far. She will go far for sure. And last up, the Jive, Karen and Carlos. What a surprise at the end of the night. My gosh, these two were a bit under the radar before the first live show. Not many people talking about Karen and Carlos, but then last performance of the night, and boom! What a way to close the show. How quick there was that Jive, those kicks and flicks. You could tell previous footballer, with the kicks and flicks. Wow, I was impressed how fast it was for week one. Very, very impressed by those two. Carlos is back with a bang. He's back with a vengeance. I think the question now is, can she maintain that going forward? Can she keep that going for the rest of the series? Or was this a one-hit wonder dance for Karen and Carlos? I hope not, because, bit of the underdog story here. No one still Karen Garney. So, out of all the couples, who do I think will be eliminated first from week two and the first result show? Ross and Yavita. I think so, even though they are doing ballroom. I think they're going to be up against Chris and Nadia. I've got a funny feeling they're going to do poorly in the televote. Even though I don't want Nadia to be the first one out again 2 years in a row, I think their public vote will be the quieter couple. But you never know. People might warm to Chris Robshaw next week. You just don't know. I think Thomas and Amy's souse at the Dizzy Rascal will go one way or the other, So it's hard to judge where that will go. It might stand out in the field of dancers next week. Yeah, but I think if Ross is up against, I don't think he'd be strong enough. But interesting, the new twist that Shirley, if it's a split decision, Shirley might not have the final say of who goes if it becomes a split decision. That's the new twist this year. Ooh. And the other twist is, of course, there's no phone vote anymore. There's just an online vote. So that'd be interesting to see whether that changes the results. I'm not really sure, but we'll find out as the weeks go on. Anyway, who do you think will be first out Strictly 2025? Comment down below. What do you think of week one dances? Comment down below in the comments section below, and I'll be back for more content very soon. So then goodbye, people, goodbye.